Hello, hello, hello. Who is with me today? Who is on this journey with me today? If you join us, say hello, say hi. Let us know where you are joining us from. Who is with us on this journey today? Let us know where you are joining us from. Sorry, I have to switch to who is joining us today. Let's know where you are joining us from. Welcome to today's live. Say hello, say hi. Where are you joining us from? Thank you for having a date with me today. Who is joining us today? Please, can you hear me? If you are here for us, type beautiful marriage in the comment section. Type beautiful marriage in the comment section. I need to be sure that you can hear me. I need to be sure that you can hear me. If you can hear me, type beautiful marriage. If you can hear me, type beautiful marriage. Let's log into Emren. Who is here with me? Please just say hello, say hi. Okay, so I'm trying to log into Emren Facebook page so that we will be on the same. Yes, we are there. So good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. This is day 3 of 27 days to mastering marriage webinar. And today I'm going to be talking a little bit about how I work as a certified marriage counselor. Before now, I used to just be an advisor where I come on Facebook and I try to, advise couples based on my own personal experience, based on the experience of my parents, some of my aunties, uncles, friends around me who I watched growing up, how they did marriage right, and the wrong things some of them did that cost the peace in their marriage. So I come online and I talk about it. Some people practice it and it works for them. Some people practice it but it didn't work for them. So over time, I begin to ask myself some questions. How do I do this professionally? How am I going to be doing this as an authority in marriage counseling space, in family life business? And I had to go get trained by seasoned hands. I am still on the journey, but I have graduated from my first stage. I'm currently on the second and third stage because I'm being coached by 2 seasoned hands in the family life space. And at different levels, I'm on different levels of their coaching. And for the past 1 year or a year and few months, it's been serious investment for me, serious self-development, self-reflection, clarity journey, trying to understand why I am in the marriage space, why am I in the family life space, trying to narrow down because it's huge. When I entered, I didn't really understand how huge it is, but now I can see that it's a very huge space. But before I go into it, I want to say thank you for your support. Thank you for believing in me, even when I didn't have clarity, even when I didn't understand what I was doing. But some of you believed in what I was saying and the advice that I was giving at that time, and a lot of you practiced it and you gave me the feedback. It's been an amazing journey with all of you. I say thank you. God bless you. Thank you for being Beautiful Marriage Ambassador. Thank you for believing in the vision of Marriage and Relationship Empowerment Network Forum. Even when we were Marriage and Relationship Reset, that we didn't even understand what we are doing. But God kept giving us, those words, reset, empowerment around marriage. And it's been amazing. It's been fulfilling. I started it as a side hustle, but it's beginning to look like something that is, that I am going to be in for a very long time, right? So I want to appreciate you. Thank you so much. God bless you as you play this role with me. Like I always say, a lot of us cannot stand in front of camera like I do, but your shares, your likes, your tags, your love has been, going viral. The way I grew in the last 2 years has been amazing. Moved from like 10,000 to 50-something thousand followers today. Is an amazing story, and I appreciate you for that. So before we go in again, I want to also remind you of our 2026 project, which is self-delivery project, where we are going to be visiting 6 hospitals in 6 states, and each of the hospitals we are going to be putting smile on a mother, a father, and their child. At least 3 mothers, 3 parents. I prefer to use parents because we are going to ensure that their husbands are involved. We're not just doing it for the woman, we are doing it for the family. So we're going to be doing for 3 families per hospital. That is 18 families is going to benefit. And what are we doing for them? We want to clear their bills, their delivery bills. We want to also buy baby essentials for them. A lot of people are still in the hospital with their beautiful babies because maybe they developed complications during childbirth, so they could not pay the bills. So we are going to be going all out to clear their bills. Please support us. We cannot do it alone. We can't do it alone without your support. Every kobo that you bring makes a whole difference. Please help us to put smile on this family. Why is MREN doing this? First of all, MREN is a registered NGO. We are not just teaching couples how to build purposeful and intentional marriage. We are also helping couples to relieve them of financial stress, because we understand that one of the major crises that families are having today is finance. A lot of people are going through a lot because of finance. So we are trying to also relieve them of financial stress. So that has put strain on their marriages. That is why we are doing this. So we are not just teaching how to build beautiful marriage. We are also helping families to relieve them financial stress. So please, if you want to be involved in this, I beg you, please help us. Donate. Our official account number will always be out. It's strictly official account number, no personal number, for accountability and records. Please tag your friends, share with us, help us to do this. We intend doing this in July, so please, we are trying to use this June. We are trying to use this May to see what we can do to mop up cash to do this. Please help us. God bless you as you do this. The account number will be around. Help us. If you want to reach out, you can also reach out to our number so that you can have further discussion if you want more details on this. Thank you so much. So today, what are we talking about? I'm going to be talking about how I diagnose root causes before counseling session. Like I said before, now I used to just be a marriage advisor. I just come up and advise based on my feelings, based on what I think, based on my practices, based on things around me. But now, as a certified marriage counselor, I don't just, go ahead to advise. I have system on ground where I assess couples. I assess couples like the way, if you see our assessment form, you will think that you're entering university. Yes, and that assessment form is digital. We send it to you, you go through it. The moment you finish filling that form, when we get to the back end, it automatically tells us the level where your marriage is. We have critical level, we have urgent intervention, we have it in colors. We have the red, we have the blue, we have the black, in fact, the moment we see your back end, we already know the level where your marriage is at the moment. And the way we counsel every couple is unique. We don't just counsel everybody on the same level, because we understand that every marriage is unique and the issues they're having is also unique. So back end, the moment you finish filling that form, you and your spouse, or even if you're an individual, back end, we already see the root causes. We know why you are having the issues you're having. So just like your doctor, that you can't just walk into your doctor's office and your doctor will start giving you prescription without testing you, without taking you to lab to test a whole lot of things before they can prescribe. That's what we do. We don't just cancel you on surface base. We do the root cause. We do the root cause analysis. We analyze the issues you're having, analyze your marriage, analyze everything about you. So I want to run you through 5 things that we do before you can sit in counseling with us. So when we are done with the root cause analysis, the forms that you're going to fill, and we already know where you are, then we invite you. It can be online or offline depending on your preference. And so while we are counseling you, while we are speaking with you, one of the things that we do is that we listen beyond what is being said. A lot of people will come to counseling, they are saying something, but the issues they are having is another thing, which our form has already told us. Because by the time you fill that form, we're going to see a whole lot of things that is speaking to what you are currently, talking about. Many people come in and they come in presenting, it's just like when you go to hospital, you might come in presenting headache, right? Headache, maybe body pains and all. But of the truth, that is not what is the problem. There is something that is speaking to the headache that you're having. There is something that is speaking to the body pain. There's something that is speaking to whatever it is that is happening to you. And that is what we do. We listen beyond what exactly you are tabling at that time. Somebody might come in and say, my husband is beating me. That is not what is happening to your marriage at that time. There is something else that is happening to your marriage. And what we do is that we listen beyond your husband just beating you. And at the end of the day, by the time we start digging, we are going to get to the root of why the beating even started. Because you see some counselors, someone will come and say, my husband is beating me. They'll just jump in and start saying, stop beating your wife. Stop triggering your husband and all that. But that is not the issue. So while I'm listening to you, I'm already picking out those things that would have lead to why you are having the violence that you're having in your home at that time. Second thing that we do is that we trace patterns. See, every issue that you have in your marriage has pattern. It doesn't just start overnight. There is pattern. And what's the pattern that we're talking about? The first thing is, how has it been happening before? If it has been happening, because someone will come here, maybe someone that is 15 years, and then you say, my husband is cheating. That's a pattern. Most times when it comes to cheating, if you start digging, you will find out that even the cheating pattern started before they became husband and wife. Some that happened inside the marriage, there's already a trace of it even while they were dating. So there's always a pattern to every marital issue. It doesn't just develop overnight. So we try to find out the pattern. When did it happen before? When did it start? There must be, and most times what we realize is that most people don't even know when their issue started. They don't know when an issue they are presenting started, because you know why? They have allowed issues to pile up. So they don't even know when what they are presenting at that time is when it started. They didn't know. The only thing he knows that my husband is cheating, but he doesn't know when it started. She does not understand when it started. Then before we will now start asking what usually triggers it. For every marital issue, there's a trigger. For every marital issue, there is a trigger. And this is what we try to find out. It's not enough to just come and say, my husband sleeps out, or my husband doesn't come back home on time, my husband prefers to stay with his friends. There is a trigger. Yes, someone will say, no matter what, you should be able to put your emotions under control. Yes, I agree with you. But there's always a trigger. If you don't trace the trigger, to understand, to cut it off, it will not stop. It's just like where you have fire and there is fuel or there is kerosene, it will always bring it up. It will always not allow it to go down. So the question is, what is it that usually triggers it? You must find out. This is one of the things we do. We must dig to understand why what is happening. What is the trigger? Yes, we agree that we agree on zero violence and all, but we must try to find out the triggers, because if you don't cut out the triggers, whatever it is that you are tracing or whatever it is you're trying to manage will not work. And this is why a lot of couples pray for years, they fast for years, they go for counseling upon counseling. No. They pray, do all sorts of things, then things are still happening in their marriage. So you must find a way of taking away that trigger. If you don't do that, I'm sorry, the issues will continue. Number 3 thing we do is that we identify the background and belief system. You see, background is one of the major causes of crisis in marriage. What is the background of that couple? Now, I tell people that there are people that has DNA of successful marriage, and there are people that has DNA of failed marriage. There are people that has DNA of divorce. There are people that has DNA of separation. Believe this or not. There are people that when you meet them, based on their value system, based on their background, you can see that their marriage will be successful. Meanwhile, there are people that you will meet based on their background. You don't need anybody to tell you that their marriage is going to fail or lead to divorce or separation, unless such individual is ready to acquire knowledge, ready to practice, ready to change their belief system. Some people grew up in a place where there is violence. So any little thing, he or she is taken into violence immediately. I once dated a violent guy. Why was he violent? Because the father was violent. In fact, as at the time I was dating that guy, I was supposed to get married to him. Actually, the father was still beating the mother. That's to tell you the kind of family that he came out from. And because of that, he believed that the only way to correct a woman is by beating the woman. That is the background we are talking about. That's the system belief that we're talking about. So when you come for counseling, we go back to your roots. We go back to your belief. We go back to what is it that you believe? What is it that you understand? You can't get married to a woman who believes that a man is supposed to carry 100% of the bills and expect the woman to contribute. You can't get married to a man who believes that a man does not enter kitchen, a man does not help in house chores, and expect him to be all around house chores. It's not going to happen. The problem a lot of people have is that before even going to marriage, they don't know the background of the people they are getting married to. People meet on the road, maybe here in Lagos, you start dating. Before you even start talking about background, the woman is already pregnant. You don't know the value system. You don't know what they believe. You don't even understand jack about this family. And then tomorrow you say my husband is a serial cheat. He will be a serial cheat because the father will probably be a serial cheat. You say my wife is a stubborn woman. She doesn't respect you. She will not do that because where she's coming from, her mother does not respect the father. If you meet a woman who believes that whose mother was in charge of their home, right, and you expect her to allow you to be in charge, it's not going to happen. So when you come, we are going to find out what is your value system, what is your background like. Because if you don't trace the background and bring it front to the person, some people don't even know. They don't even understand that this is what they are fighting. Some people are fighting their mother's fight. Yes, some fights in marriage today, the woman is fighting her mother's fight. Some fights in marriage today, the man is fighting his father's fight. And I'm going to give you a practical example. A man who witnessed the mother ridicule the father because the father ran out of finance at a point in their marriage, we swore never to allow a woman contribute shishi in their marriage. Even when he is dying, he would rather go and borrow. He would rather die than collect money from the wife. He is fighting the father's fight. A woman who felt that the mother was, maltreated by the father, who felt the mother was too quiet, and because of that, the father took advantage of her, is going to be fighting her mother's fight. Because any little thing will make her feel like you want to suppress her like the way the mother was suppressed. She will feel like, oh, you're trying to ride me like my mother was, treated. She will get triggered at the slightest thing. Even when you don't mean it, even when you're coming from a place of love, She will not even understand there is a place of love. She will see it that you're trying to suppress her, so she's fighting her mother's fight. A woman who watched the mother carry the whole family financially, maybe because the father wasn't contributing, or the father wasn't that a good man, or the father didn't have the capacity, is going to fight in marriage because she will believe that the moment you start contributing money, the man will leave the job for you. That's her belief system. So if you don't know all these things and you go into marriage, it is one of the shock that you meet. Because you will begin to understand, to wonder, why are you being defensive? Why are you always, some people that always, tensed up. Any little thing they feel like you're trying to oppress them. I am listening to a young woman that just got married. And when I was interviewing her, she was just talking, a woman should stand up, a woman should say her mind, a woman should not allow a man to keep her short, a woman should always... I just kept quiet. After she finished talking, I asked her, are you sure you're fighting your fight or you're fighting your mother's fight? That was when she paused and said, what do you mean? I asked her, I said, how was your mother treated by your father? Does your mother, your mother, does her opinion count in your home? That was when she opened up to me that the mother's opinion never counted. The father never allowed the mother to make any decision, never allowed the mother to suggest anything, just simply because the mother wasn't making money. At that point, she is fighting the mother's fight. So before we cancel you, we will get even to your second and third generation, because these things repeat itself. I don't know how I can say this for you to know that you can't marry someone who has DNA for separation and divorce and expect the person to give you a peaceful marriage, unless the person goes for counseling, unless the person is open for learning, open to unlearn, relearn, and practice. Otherwise, the way her parents' marriage was is the way that he or she is going to treat you. Number 4 thing we do is that we check for unhealed wounds. We check for past pain. See, many couples are fighting unhealed wounds today. You are not even the person that caused his or her problem. You people are just bleeding on each other. Bleeding from past pain, betrayal, abandonment, previous relationship. A man trained a woman in university, and at the point of getting married, the woman rejected him. What do you think that man is going to do? The next girl that will come into his life will suffer, because he is going to bleed on the girl. So we try to find out your childhood trauma, the betrayal, abandonment. Some people don't understand what is love. They can't thrive in a place that is peace. Some people, when there's peace at home, they feel like something is missing. That is the way they are trained, but they didn't know that is trauma speaking. You come online today, a lot of people come online to say men are scum, men are this, men are that. They are speaking from pain. That is why I tell women, if you have marriage crisis, maybe you are going through a divorce, you're going through separation, the best thing is not for you to come online and be giving relationship advice or giving marriage advice, because you're going to be speaking from your pain. And a lot of young chaps out there don't even know when to separate someone who is speaking out of pain and someone who is speaking professionalism. So you see them using your marriage to do what? The marriage that did not work for you for one thing or the other, to judge their own. Past relationships, the things that they listen to online. Today in the marriage group, the women group, because I have a marriage, a WhatsApp group where I teach married women and single women on how to build beautiful marriage and how to build themselves. We were discussing about the voices that you listen to and how it affects your marriage. And one of us gave a powerful testimony that before she joined the WhatsApp group, she was in a group where the only thing they talk about is how men are cheats, men are scum, don't allow men, don't give a man all your things, make sure you are saving for tomorrow, make sure that you don't trust a man, the moment he's always on his phone, he is cheating and all that. And guess what? This woman started suspecting the husband. In fact, it became war. The moment the husband carries phone like this, she has started fighting. As far as she's concerned, he's chatting a woman. Just because of the story she's reading or the things they were teaching them in that group. In fact, it went on for years. As I speak to you, she is on high blood pressure drugs because of the drama that has taken place over the years because of the things she was listening to. Not until she was introduced to Emren WhatsApp group. And she began to hear the voice of love, the voice of peace, the voice of purpose, the voice of beautiful things about marriage, positive things about men. Because in Emren, you will never hear us talk down on men or talk down on marriage. She began to walk into her head. She began to change a lot of things in her head. And guess what? Only for her to find out that it is a game. That each time the husband carries phone, what he plays is game, so that he can calm his nerves. But this woman thought it is a woman because of the things she listened to. So before we cancel you, or while we are canceling you, we are bringing out all these things, and we are going to be calling your attention to them. And guess what happens? Oftentimes, the people in the counseling room realizes that it is not actually their spouse that is the problem. It is actually the baggage they came into the marriage with. Some men, because of the life they led as single guys, where they were carrying different types of women, even some of them do 3-some, 2-some, 5-some, whatever it is that they do. And then he gets married, even some that are working, who have slept with their colleagues, one thing or the other. Then they get married, they say, my wife will not work. I don't want my wife to work under anybody. That's trauma speaking. I want to place my wife on a salary. That's trauma speaking. You don't want your wife to go anywhere. You don't want your wife to associate. You don't want your wife to I was in my single group 2 days ago. One of the single ladies was reporting to us that a guy that she wants to marry is saying that he's going to collect his current SIM card. He's going to break the SIM card and buy another SIM card for her. Or he will hold the SIM card and be answering the answers in the current SIM card while he buys a new SIM card for her. That's trauma speaking. That is not love. A lot of women look at it as love is not love, it's trauma. So we diagnose and we will get to understand why you're doing what you're doing. Some people get married to their wives and they will say you will not visit your family again. Maybe because of what happened. That's trauma speaking. So we find out these things in the counseling room. A lot of people have even forgotten. There was a woman I counseled. Her marriage is 17 years, and she has been fighting the husband about cheating and all that. So she believes that the husband will one day get married to a second wife. That's just her belief. So anytime she sees the husband with a woman greeting alone, she is agitated, she's fighting. So the husband didn't understand, and unfortunately for her, the husband is such a calm guy. The husband said, I've never cheated. I've never given her any reason to doubt. So why are you doubting me? Why do you believe I'm going to cheat? Guess what? She is fighting what happened to the elder sister. The elder sister got married, and after 3 years or 4 years or something, the husband got married to another woman. So because of that, she believed that it will happen to her. That's trauma. So we try to get all these things and begin to work on you. We have tools that we use to work on you for you to be a better person, a better version of yourself. And number 5 thing is that we do is that we separate personal responsibility from blames. Because you know why? Many couples who come to counseling don't believe that they are the problem. The wife will say, I'm not the problem. The husband will say, I'm not the problem. They never believed, the husband will say, I am right. The wife will say, I am right. Everybody will be telling the story to make them look good. So the question is, so why, if both of you are good, are this nice to each other, why are we having crisis? So what we do in the counseling room is to take you away from blames and take you to a spot where you start taking responsibility. We shift your focus from what your spouse has done to you. What is your contribution to this crisis on ground? What is your contribution? What is it that you have done that is contributing to what is happening today? And guess what? More often than not, they are the change that they seek. Yes, they are the change that they seek. I tell couples that are having crisis, the change starts with you. Before you want your spouse to change, you want your spouse to do this, you want your spouse to do that, you need to start changing yourself. And the moment you shift that focus from I am right to these are the things I am doing to contribute to the crisis, the feedback is always 360 degrees positive. Because we get you to take responsibility of what you have contributed to the crisis that is currently going on in your marriage. By the time we do these 5 steps, it's usually a 4 week session. 4-week session once a week, and then we'll give you assignments. By the time we are getting to the 3rd week, the results has always been amazing, because we shift you from I am not the problem, I am not the contributor, to I am the contributor. And even before we get to the 4th week, which is the conclusion week, the couples on their own are coming with testimonies. So you can see, we are not just coming to advise you. We are not trying to just advise you and tell you to do this or do that. It is a journey. We will do the journey with you, and you will witness it. You will witness the transformation. What we do is transformation. Before you end the counseling session, the 4th week, the transformation has started working. I tell people and I say, the guarantee God gave me is any couple, any single that come to us for counseling, is in 10 days you will get your results. Your results will show in 10 days or less. You can't enter our counseling room, both online and offline, and you don't get results within 10 days or less. Because it is a transformation that we offer. We don't just advise. So, if you think that your marriage is shaking, if you think that you are drowning, if you think that you married the wrong person, if you think that you're not supposed to be in that marriage, if you are thinking of divorce, if you are thinking of separation, or you know any family that is thinking of this, tag them to this video. Send this video to them and save that family. Before you make that decision, please pause, listen to this video and send us a message. Let's just work with you for 10 days only. If we work with you for 10 days and you don't, your marriage does not experience reset, I will give you your money back. It's a guarantee. I will give you your money back, because I know that you can't walk into a counseling room and live the same. Your marriage cannot experience MREN and remain the same. It is not possible, unless if both of you are not ready to work with us. If you are ready to work with us, before you consider that divorce or that separation, pause and give us 10 dedicated days of your time. And let's see if God will not turn things around for you, turn things around for your marriage. Are you going to do this for God? Are you going to do this for marriage institution, save this video, send it to people, tag them. Any couple that you think that is having issue today, tag them under this video. Let's save a home together. We can do it. I've done it. I mean, God has done it for thousands of people on my page. Your own cannot be different. And you don't need a divorce. You just need a good counsel. And we are here for you. So thank you for joining us today. This is what we have for you. And don't forget our project, 2026 project, visitation to the hospital. Please help us to put a smile on 18 parents and their child by clearing their hospital bills and buying their baby essentials. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to meet you here again tomorrow at 9 o'clock Nigerian time, and I'm going to be giving you another interesting topic. Again, don't forget that Mastering Marriage webinar is coming up on 27th. If you know you want to learn how to do marriage right, especially if your marriage is between 0 to 5 years, the delicate years, the dangerous years, run to my comment section and join the webinar room today. I'm going to be opening your eyes to reasons why your marriage is struggling, and I can assure you that you will get tips that will take your marriage to the next 25 years. As in, you will be so amazed at how beautiful your marriage can be. I believe that every marriage can be beautiful again if the people in it are ready and very intentional to make it happen. I remain your girl, Lady Kate Eze, the queen of beautiful marriage. I love celebrating marriages. I love you and I celebrate your marriage. So thank you for joining me. Bye.